Hey, I'm Gary, and welcome to another episode of Physical Format Rock and Roll, where I talk about all things rock and roll and classic metal. So, one of the great things about being part of this whole vinyl community and whatnot is that you get ideas from other people, whether it's people who watch your programs, other YouTubers, whatever. And you might pick up some things that you normally would just miss. And so that's what this episode is. I'm picking three things that I have picked up here fairly recently in the past few weeks or whatever, and just talk about them for a minute. These are suggestions by you guys. And there's more. I could do more of these episodes. So, but anyway, this is one of the neat things about it. And the first one is from somebody who watches my channel. Their handle there is AZDH85224. They always have a lot of good comments on some of my videos. And when I did my top 10 of 2020, they had one of this album they said would have definitely been in their top 5 or whatever, and it is Coat of Arms by Wishbone Ash. Okay, and like all three of these artists that I'm going to mention, I've never had anything by them, and I know a lot of people out there say, well, you know, are you stupid or what? You didn't know some of this stuff? But anyway, no, I didn't. I know that Wishbone Ash, they're led by Andy Powell on guitar, on lead guitar and vocals. And I know that they've been around forever. They've been around, I think, since the early 70s, but that's about all I know. I'm not really familiar with them that much. It's one of the things I've seen the name over the years, but when this person talked about it, I thought, well, you know what, I'll pick it up. And it's a pretty good album. It is progressive rock, not to the extent of like Yes or progressive rock, heavier stuff like Rush. More, you know, along the lines of I don't know, Steely Dan or I don't know. I don't know if that's the best comparison, but anyway. It's kind of a neat combination of music. There's like, you know, there's rock in here. There is a little bit of folk at times, and it's just unique. It's a unique sound to me. I'm not really sure what to compare it to. At times, maybe a little bit of Jethro Tull or something. But I thought it was kind of neat. It's definitely something, you know, if I'm in a mood for something like this, I can pick this out. It grows on me. It gives me a feeling of being, I don't know, the countryside in Great Britain or something, if that makes any sense. Probably not to anybody but me. Anyways, you know, it's got good vocals, good musicianship. It's pretty solid album. My standout tracks to me at the moment would be Coat of Arms, Empty Man, and Back in the Day. So that's the first one. So thank you, AZDH85224, for your suggestion. Coat of Arms by Wishbone Ash. Next up is one from my buddy George over at George Allen's LPs and CDs, and it is called, we'd mentioned this, I mentioned it that I saw it in the used record bin a while back, and you know, when he mentioned it, it was on his show there, so I went ahead and picked it up. Is Whipped Cream and Other Delights by Herb Alpert's Tijuana Brass. Well, first off, you can't deny that's a pretty nice looking cover there. The crazy thing is, so that model there, when I looked it up to see when this came out, she's like, I think that model on the front there's like over 80 years old now. So that just goes to show you this is quite the, actually this album is, I think this is like the same age as me. So it's pretty old. But you know what? It is, I'm glad I picked it up. It's different. Obviously it's nothing that I would normally probably listen to, but I've been listening to more like surf music lately. I don't know. I've just been kind of in the mood for it, like, you know, Adventures and Surfer Jets, and I don't know. There's a couple other newer bands out there that I've looked up. So this kind of fit along those lines a little bit. And I tell you what, though, I mean, once I listened to this record, I'm like, oh yeah, I know some of these songs. I remember hearing some of this type stuff when I was a real little kid. You know, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that, I don't know. I had my dad and one of my uncles, you know, I can kind of remember this style of music. And, you know, some of these songs were, you know, I remember them on the radio. You know, it's all instrumental, and it's got a good sound to it. It's got the sound of that era. It definitely reminds me of my, you know, like 4 or 5 years old type thing. You know, early memories. So, you know, I mean, it was kind of neat to listen to some of this and pick it up. Once again, you know, same thing. You know, I'll have to be in the mood to hear this, but I'm glad I picked it up. A couple of the songs to stick out, Taste of Honey, right off the bat, you know, that's the first song on the album, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know, everybody knows this song. What's the other? Whipped Cream and Love Potion No. 9, they do a version of that, which, I mean, obviously I already knew that song, but hearing the instrumental of it's pretty good. So yeah, this is kind of a fun little record to have. It's really old, and I like it. So thanks, George. And on to my next one. This was recommended by JC from the Flipside Vinyl Community with JC. Probably everybody watching this show knows him. He's got a really popular channel. He's a really great guy. I think everybody likes him. So this is one that I have seen this, you know, records from this artist in the record stores, or, you know, wherever, Walmart and different places for years. I had no idea what she sang or anything. And he mentioned on his show that she has some of his favorite songs, like in the past 10 years or whatever. And the artist, and I don't even know if I'm saying her name right. I know I'm probably sounding stupid, but, you know, Lana Del Rey is the artist, and the album is called Born to Die, which, you know, once he started, you know, when he was talking about that, so I just went and picked up the first one I found, and this actually came out back in 2012, so, you know, this thing's like 8 years old. I didn't realize it, and I had no idea. I know a lot of you out there, you know, are totally familiar with this artist, but I was not. So I picked it up and I listened to it, and I like it. You know, it's definitely different. I like a lot of female singers, female vocalists. So I got this, and it kind of, you know, once again, like all these, that's what's kind of neat about all three of these albums, is they're all very different, you know, different sounding, maybe not my normal go-to type of music, you know, which is classic rock type stuff, but I listen to all kinds of music. So, you know, this is kind of like, I don't know how to describe this, kind of like Dido and Fiona Apple, kind of along those lines, but, you know, different. She's definitely unique. It kind of, to me, has a film noir type of sound, if you know, anybody understands what that reference means. It's definitely got she has a haunting voice, and, you know, there's a lot of echo reverb used on it. definitely has like an old sound with some new tinges to it. And I like it too, you know. Once again, you know, when I'm in the mood for something like that, I'll definitely be putting this on. Glad I bought that. Thank you, JC, for the recommendation. And it is, let's see, some of my favorite songs off of this would be Born to Die, Dark Paradise, Summertime Sadness. That's cool. And what was the other one? Oh, Video Games. For all I know, those were hits. I don't even know. But those are the songs that struck me the most, you know, of the few times that I've been listening to it. So anyway, like I said, that's a cool thing about, you know, this community is talking to other people, they're getting different ideas of stuff that you maybe normally wouldn't pick up. And I've got a few others that I'm going to be talking about too. I got, you know, a little more on the heavy metal type side. So I will be getting to that too. But anyway, thank you to all those people I just mentioned. And thank you very much, everybody who's watching. Please leave your comments and, you know, what's some stuff you found, maybe because of YouTube, or things you might recommend that I might like. And I encourage anybody to hit that subscribe button. I want to keep those subscriptions going and keep this channel going. I'm trying to get it to grow. So I appreciate everybody that watches and everybody that subscribes. And until the next time, I'll see you down the road.